Hi, Mark Chandler here with Southern Patio Enclosures. We're here on site. You may recognize this from our how to measure video. We're installing today. Jesse's hard at work behind me, but we're going to catch you up on how to install your new Southern Patio Enclosures clear curtain system. As you can see, this project is a two-sided project. We start from left to right, outside facing in, with 4 total curtains. The first thing you'll want to do whenever you receive your system is you want to pre-drill your holes. Starting from the ends, you want to mark about 2 inches from each end, and then every 18 inches consecutively from there, at 18, 36, and so on. You do this so that it's much easier when you're standing on the ladder to screw the screw through the track. You'll do this on both ends. Once you have your curtains marked, you'll notice that every track is labeled with the customer's last name and then subsequent curtain number. You can see this has our customer's last name on it and then number 3 referencing curtain number 3. This particular track is one of our weather flap tracks for the sides, and due to shipping limitations, this is track number 2 of 2 for curtain number 3's left weather flap. Always outside facing in and left to right. Our track installed for curtains number 1 and 2 with the rope and pulleys run. He started over here. He's got the track run up above. You notice right here. This is curtain number 4, and this is for curtain number 3. He's currently running the tracks. We have a single pulley for the ropes where it's going to go around the curtain. You'll have another single pulley here. These are approximately 18 inches from the ends, and then of course over in the corner we'll have both sets of ropes where we'll actually use a double pulley system. As you can see here, Jesse has installed the double pulley in the corner, and about 18 inches from that edge he's installed the single pulley. He's now going to run the rope. He starts through the double pulley, goes through the single pulley, pulls a little bit of length, and now he's going to slide it behind the track. We use that to hold the rope so that we don't have to use any extra hardware. This is also the easiest way to secure the rope. We've pre-marked a hole for us to be able to secure the track. Make sure that you don't screw the rope. Make sure that you don't screw through the rope whenever you're screwing the screw in, or else you'll have problems down the road. Make sure that you don't screw through the rope when you secure it, or else you'll have problems down the road with the rope fraying and possibly breaking. You'll then want to pull the rope all the way down to the ground. You'll see Jesse here has got his length of rope. He's got a little bit extra, and now he's burning the end of the rope so that he can actually run the second rope. When completed, we'll cut the ropes to length so you don't have a lot extra, but you don't want to do that until you're done, or else you may have one rope that's too short. As you can see here, Jesse's running his rope through the double pulley. He's going to then run that on the outside of the single pulley that's closest to the pulley, and he's going to install his second pulley 18 inches from the other side. As you can see now, Jesse's going to run the rope through the second pulley on the left, slide it behind the track, tie a knot in it, and then he'll drop the rope down to the deck to ensure that he has enough rope. Remember, don't screw through the rope. Alright, now our track's completely installed with ropes and pulleys across the top. Remember, we always look at our curtains from the outside facing in, left to right. For some of our customers with lower mount heights, we can use a hand roll system instead of the rope and pulleys. This allows them to roll them up by hand to the top and secure them with a Velcro strap. This Velcro strap comes in handy, secures the curtains until they're ready to use them the next time. Some customers also prefer this if they don't want the rope and pulleys, and they may have a taller mount height, but they do have to use a ladder when rolling the system up. Typically this can be handled with a 3-foot step ladder that most folks have around their house, and with a little bit of help from a friend. Now it's time to install your curtains. Remember, curtains are labeled from left to right, from the outside facing in. Curtain number 1, from our view, will be over on the far right, and then you'll have curtain number 2, curtain number 3, and then curtain number 4. The curtains will be clearly labeled to ensure that you know exactly which curtains go in which place. When installing the curtains, we always install with what we call the smooth side out. But you want to make sure you install them that way so that when they're down, all of your straps to secure the curtains with will actually be on the inside. That way, from the outside facing in, rain, wind, everything's deflected. You can see Jesse just sprayed a little bit of silicone spray to help the curtain slide in the track. This makes this job a lot easier, especially if you're installing with one person. Silicone spray can be purchased from any local hardware store. If possible, you always want to slide your curtains from the middle to the sides. This makes it a little bit easier than trying to cram a curtain through a small space. As he drops the curtain, you'll notice the exposed side has the zippers, and will also have the secured tie downs on the inside. Jesse will now take the curtain, slide the welting into the track, Now he secures the screw back in to make sure that the curtain track is nice and tight. As you can see, as Jesse drops the curtains down, the smooth side is on the outside. The curtains will have, from being rolled up, will have a little bit of wave. That will actually go away once they've hung in place for a little bit. You can see once the curtain's been dropped, now it's time to slide the bar into the bottom. This bar is used so when the curtains are rolled up, it holds them nice and flat. You notice once the curtains have been dropped into their used position, all of the straps are exposed to the inside. Now that curtains number 1 and 2 are installed, it's time to mark the locations to put your D-rings. When marking the locations of your D-rings, you want to go approximately 3 inches in from where the curtains hang straight down. When marking all of your D-rings, you want to find a line that you can follow all the way across. In this case, we can measure from the outside of the concrete in. As you can see here, we're 11 inches from the side. And Jesse will mark the location of this D-ring 11 inches from the side of the concrete as well. The blue masonry screws we provide are 1.5 inches long. You'll want to make your holes about 2 inches so that the screws don't bottom out when screwing them in. Now you'll attach the D-rings using the blue screws in the holes. We get asked all the time, are our D-rings a trip hazard? As you can see here, running my boot over it, even stepping on it, even if you were barefoot, it's nothing more than stepping on a rock. You can see here Jesse's installing our side flaps. He's securing these to the brick. So for this application, he had to use the hammer drill. He's marked these in the middle of the bricks so that he can make sure that they hold. Now that you've got the side wind flap installed, you can actually slide this in using the rope welting just like you did the track. You can see here Jesse putting a self-tapping screw through the track and into the welting to hold the curtains in place. This helps to keep them from moving when a windstorm or whenever anything else comes along. As you can see, one side of the zipper tape is a little bit longer than the other. Sometimes it may need a trim if it's frayed a little bit. That just helps the curtains, the zipper head, slide down the zipper a little better. Load the zipper on the longer side of the zipper tape. Find the right length and pinch it behind a little bit until you can actually pull it down. Once completed, double it over and take one of the zip ties to secure it at the top. This will allow it to act as a zipper stop. Don't forget to trim the tail. Once you have your curtains run, you've got your ropes, and you've installed your cleat at about chest height. What you want to do from there make sure you drop your curtains all the way to the ground. Pull a little bit of tension or a little bit of slack. Get your ropes together. Wrap them around the cleat and give yourself approximately 2.5 extra feet to 3 feet. Then take your rope, tie it in a knot. Cut the rope about 1.5 inches past the knot. And burn the ends to prevent fraying. Now that your job's complete, you can roll the curtains up and store them, or you can leave them down in the use position. If you do like to roll them up, make sure that you roll them up nice and flat, tucking everything at the bottom. When you're rolling up, the flatter you get it across the bottom, the nicer the curtains will look when they're in the stored position. This is another job complete for Southern Patio Enclosures. Thank you for watching our video.